impromptu live stream. Let's go because that's how I roll. Welcome to my 36-hour fasting schedule according to Dr. Mindy Pelz's fasting schedule from Fast Like a Girl. For those of you who may have just stumbled upon my channel, you have to understand one thing about me or my Twitch channel. I am obsessed with exercising. I love working out. Exercising is everything to me. So, one thing that I'm not going to do is overfast like other people you see on YouTube. I am currently on day 5 of my cycle. I am on the part of my cycle from day 1 to 10 where I can take advantage of fasting. And apparently, from day 11 to 15, I realized that I can also take advantage of building muscle because we got a lot of testosterone coming in from day 11 to 15. So, guess who's going to be pushing her workouts really hard during ovulation? I'm still slowly but surely getting through this book. Um, oops. Slowly but surely getting through this book. I like to take my time, especially with a book like this. There's so much info in it. Hey, welcome. Welcome to the live stream, Stop the Violence. Nice to have you here. Welcome. But I just want to touch base on that because I saw a comment briefly saying that fasting can get addictive. Be careful. Um, there's no way I'm going to be over fasting because I like to work out. I'm building muscle, and my muscles need fuel. So, speaking of which, today I stumbled upon a little bitty of a roadblock. However, I remember the power of the modified fast, I guess. So, I ended up going for a walk, which was kind of dumb, but not dumb. It was a good walk. I just wanted to get outside for my mental health. It was beautiful outside. Here in Calgary, like the sun is shining and everything, and walking is very good for your mental health. It helps with serotonin. It helps with just our overall just health. Because like when I remember watching a video from Dr. Mindy Pelz, how she was talking about the benefits of walking and how on our phones we're scrolling up and down. That is not the greatest for our health. But when we walk, we're forced to scan the horizon. And that does good things for our brains. But I went on a walk and then I came back from the walk and I was feeling a bit off, but I ended up taking something that could have caused me to be a bit off. It's something that is legal in the state of Colorado, I believe, and the legality is kind of like iffy here in Canada. But I was told that this can help with my concussion symptoms, and it has. I haven't had headaches every time I take this natural substance that grows on the ground. I'll let you guys figure that out. And no, it's not cannabis because that's legal here. Anyway, I took that and that kind of like threw me off. So I ended up eating 315 calories of bison and beets. And right now I'm okay. But if my body's telling me to break this fast, I will, because yesterday I did an OMAD and I just realized I got a little too excited and that might be a little too much for my muscles. So I'm just going to go over, I did film this video, so this video will come out. I'm going to go over different fasting schedules for the 36-hour fast. And I'm going to go over the way Dr. Mindy Pelz talks about it in the book in relation to a female who is cycling. So I'm going to just talk about that quickly. So the best times to fast on a woman's cycle is from days 1 to 10. So this is at the beginning of the cycle, and this is when our major sex hormones, estrogen, testosterone, and progesterone, are at their lowest within the few days after our cycle has started. So this is like the perfect time to throw in an extended fast, or to throw in some OMAD days, or to throw in some low carb keto style days. So this is what I'm currently taking advantage of right now. And then, so from days 11 to 15, that's the days that we are ovulating. So during those days, those are like our power days. So those are the days that where we might want to start a project because we have a lot of testosterone going on. Those are the days we maybe want to push it hard at the gym, and all that. I have it here. I'm not going to read too much into it because I want you guys to purchase this book. This book's everything. What I like to do when I find a book this good, I like to read it and I like to get the audio version. I wonder if because I have this book, do I get the audible version for free? I hope so. I'll just pay the $14 credit. It's not a big deal. It's worth it. Um, but yeah, during this window, uh, it says here between the surge of estrogen enhancing your mental clarity, ooh la la, and moods and testosterone giving you the motivation, drive, and energy. It's a great time to lean onto those projects or to build that muscle. So yeah, I highly recommend everyone get this book. And day 16 to 18 is very similar to days 1 to 10 of our cycle. So again, during this part of our cycle, that's where we can take advantage of some fasting if may be. But another thing I want to mention, I don't like to fast during day 16 to 18 because I have a condition known as premenstrual dysphoric disorder where I'm sensitive to female hormones. A lot of women are coming out with it. The environment, our hormones are all messed up, I guess. So I don't like to fast after I ovulate because my moon tends to go down. So that's when I like to make sure I'm having those healthy carbs or I am, giving my body what it needs. I'll push it hard with the workouts and then I'll stop pushing it hard at the workouts from day 19 to about day 27, 28. But yeah, no. Another thing I want to mention, I'm just going to pop this here. As much as fasting is important, so is feasting. You need to remember that when we fast, I'm just going to talk about the gut microbiome here and the whole mucosal system. When we fast, we allow the lining of our gut to repair. So what happens is that mucus layer gets broken down when we eat crappy foods, the refined carbohydrates, all the yummy foods, the cakes, the pizzas, the pastas, the white rice, but asterisk on the white rice because white rice doesn't really bother me. White rice is the crackers, the common sense, refined, heavy processed carbohydrates. It breaks down that layer. So when we fast, we give our gut mucus layer a chance to rejuvenate. And it does that through the presence of certain gut bacteria. So when we fast, we basically starve out all the unhealthy or the unbeneficial gut microbacteria, and when we create an environment for the gut microbacteria that we want. So you have to remember that when that happens, guess what? We need to eat. We need to eat foods that will help continue support the growth of these gut microbacteria that we just, favored through our fast. So this is why eating is so important. This is why eating foods, leafy greens. Like I'm addicted to arugula right now. I love arugula. Arugula is so good for the liver. I'm going to go into the liver in a bit. But hey, Mo, I'm just going to read your comment very quickly. Hey, there's nothing like a 36-hour fast. I'm doing ADF this month. That's good. A month of ADF, I've never done it. I don't think I can do it with all the muscle. But if you can do it, it's so good for your weight loss journey. I was just reading in the book, it's going to help target that belly fat loss. It's like clinical studies have shown that when women do that 30-day, or I think it's women because mainly the book is focused on women. When we do that 30-day ADF, even if a man does it, it's going to get that belly fat. That belly fat is that fat, that abdominal obesity is what we all struggle with, or a lot of people do. Even people who are skinny and lost a lot of weight struggle with that abdominal obesity. I need to really talk about that. But anyway, I decided to add in some dry fast with it because it helps with my hunger. I like you. People don't understand the power of dry fasting, but again, it's an advanced fasting method. I don't recommend it for everybody. I dry fast for as long as I can throughout the day. That's good because what you have to remember with a dry fast, so 12 hours, let's say 1 day of dry fasting is equivalent to 3 days of fasting. That's what I have heard, and it makes sense. So you get a more powerful effect with dry fasting. So 12-hour dry fast, like I did at the end of the 36-hour fast I did last week, a 12-hour dry fast is like equivalent to 12 times 3, a 36-hour fast. I did that right. Wow. Good on you, brain. It's equivalent to that. So, dry fasting is powerful and there's no need to go like really extreme with it. Even doing OMAD dry fast if need be. But yeah, I'm really proud of you. I'm really proud of you. That's really good. And that's a good book. It's such a good book. And I want people to understand the balance with fasting and eating. Like, I'm the type of person who's not like, you don't fast continuously. You need to have a balance between eating because at the end of the day, what's going to help you keep that weight off is the eating. It's eating. Eating is what makes you gain weight, and eating is what will make you lose weight. So when you get in control of your eating, you will have that power. Fasting is just a tool. It's just a tool to help us get in control of our eating. And it does that through healing. It does that through, what do you call it? Like um, base leveling our glucose levels. It does that by helping the mitochondria do its two jobs. So the two jobs of the mitochondria is number one, to produce energy, and number two, to detoxify our cells. It produces energy by creating in two ways. It can create energy through burning glucose and sugar. So that's the metabolic switch there. Or it can create energy through ketones. The mitochondria needs to be able to do both of those. So that's why another thing, the power of fasting and having a fasting schedule is being able to flip in and out. Let your mitochondria flip in and out of, burning ketones for energy and burning glucose for energy, because it makes it stronger. It makes it more resilient. And it's that switching that will also help with weight loss. So it's so important to highlight that. And going back to switching in and out of learning how to eat properly, like it's so key. I'm telling you this, it's all about stuffing your face with vegetables. Trust me. Stuff your face with vegetables. The vegetables, the fruits too, of course, fruits, anything that's high in fiber. Any of that is going to help balance our overall system, because again, it's going to go over the holistic place when it helps out. Like when we eat fiber, it helps to regulate our glucose levels. When we eat fiber, it helps to bring our cholesterol levels down, um and all of that. And I just remembered something with the cholesterol levels. I think I shared this before. I was supposed to share it in my video, but I forgot. um Another thing that the 36-hour fast does is help the liver. The liver is the number one fat burning organ. Yeah, fruit is amazing. Fruit like avocado. I always stare. I'm like, avocado's a fruit, right? Fruit like coconut. These two fruits are incredibly powerful when it comes to helping your body regulate itself and helping your body be efficient with burning fat. Like coconut is just powerful in terms of it's one of the high fiber fruits. So is avocado. It's so important to have a diet that's diverse, that's bright. Eat colorful things. Like if you don't know what to eat, make sure your plate looks like a rainbow. Just making these simple swaps can do wonders, and doing it consistently. Too many people are grabbing those foods that are low in nutrient value. So basically, refined carbohydrates are carbohydrates that take away all of the good stuff from foods. So it strips it of its fiber, it strips it of its vitamins, it strips it of its minerals, and its polyphenols. These are things that are so important to our body. So they're basically foods that are just like empty. And when you eat them, they make you want to eat more. So you guys know what they are. It's the basic um, crappy food, the basic unhealthy food, the lack of nature's carbs. So like it's just so important to have a diet that's diverse in fruit, that's diverse in vegetables. I know people will disagree with me, like the carnivore people, or people in the vegan community will disagree. Veganism is going down right now, but in terms of like popularity, but like the vegan people will disagree. There's no meat. Like you need meat, you need vegetables, you need fruit, you need it all. You need it all to make your gut microbiome flourish. Now, there's people in the carnivore community would be like, "Oh, my gut microbiome's fine." Is it really? Do we have methods where we can like test people's gut microbiome? I like some people maybe would starve off all the bad gut microbiome, but it's not getting you the diversity, and it's so important to note that. So I'm gonna go over some fasting schedules So, with the 36-hour fast and how you can incorporate that within Dr. Mindy Pelz's fasting schedule in terms of fast like a girl. So, the first one is going to be alternate day fasting. Now, alternate day fasting for 30 days is a good thing to do. For anyone who is like the beginning of their journey, trying to get things going, it's a powerful thing to do. And alternate day fasting is you fasting for either 3 to 4 days during the week. It depends on when you start that fast. So if you start your fast on a Sunday, um, then you're fasting 4 times a week. If you start your week off by feasting, then you fast 3 times a week, but it just depends on your start. So alternate day fasting is a method of, and it's also known as ADF. It's a method of fasting where you fast one day and you feast the next day. There's two versions of this 36-hour fasting schedule. So you can fast for 36 hours and eat within a 12-hour eating window, or you can do a modified ADF where you are basically fasting on your days of fasting, you are eating 500 to 800 calories. Some say 5, some say 8. It depends. Dr. Michael Mosley has a version. He has the 5 too. That's a bit different, but they say 800 calories would be enough. That's like, this is a fasting mechanism. So there's that. That's a really, really intense fasting method. And with the 36-hour fast, like I was just reading in Fast Like a Girl, one 36-hour fast a month is enough of a metabolic not time bomb, but a metabolic power bomb that you can get the results you need. You can do it once a month and you're good. But for other people who are, trying to get rid of the years long of deep storage sugar and fat, because that's what happens when we, gain weight and we build it up, our body stores it in the liver, stores it in the muscles, and it stores it in the fat cells. More frequent fasts for people who have a lot of weight to lose will help get your body more efficient at digging for that stored glucose, for digging for that deep, stubborn belly fat. It will get our body more efficient. So there's that. And I believe I said this yesterday, going in and out and doing different styles of fasting methods is also beneficial to our body. There's no need to do a 28-day fast. There's no need to do again, unless it's for spiritual reasons. I got into that. That's different. But there's no need to do these extreme fastings. Sometimes less is more. And that's something I'm learning in the gym. Less is more. Less will get you more results. So, but yeah, it's great to kickstart, but it's like, I think people will tax themselves if they do it too repetitively. And that's what happened with me with OMAD. Like I did it OMAD to the point where I should have stopped when I hit the 170s, but I wanted to keep going and keep going. Because yes, fasting it's not so much fasting that gets addicted, it's the dopamine hit that you get from seeing the scale go down. But that's just going to put you in a situation where your body's going to revolt. So you want to do this smart. You want to do this in a way that's balanced. So that's one fasting schedule. The next fasting schedule you can do is fasting for 36 hours twice a week. Maybe fast 36 hours on Monday, like do a fast at the beginning of the week and the fast at the end of the week. That's a little more less intense than ADF. And it can be used for people who have, again, a lot more weight to lose, who are not exercising as much and hard. There's that fasting method. Another fasting method, this will be divided into two, or fasting schedule for the 36-hour fast, is doing a 36-hour fast once per week. Now, there's going to be two versions of this. There's going to be a version where you adhere to Dr. Mindy Pelz's schedule in terms of fasting like a girl, supporting the female hormones. And then there's one that you can do if you're a man, or if you're a woman and you're willing to do that for like a month. That's fine. It won't be too detrimental, but again, it's the extended time where things get detrimental. So there's that method. So just doing one 36-hour fast once a week for a month, that's powerful. If you're a cycling woman, don't do it that week before your period, which is what I mentioned before. I know my body so well. I'm so in tune with my body in terms of meditation in this new version of my body as well. I had to relearn my body after getting into the car accident and healing my body. I'm so in tune with my body. I know after I ovulate, no fasting, maybe some keto throughout the day, maybe one OMAD here and there, but no fasting. That is the time where I need to focus on getting in the nutrients I need, getting in the carbohydrates I need, because that's when I just crash with my PMDD most of the time. So if I'm supporting my gut microbiome, if I'm supporting the hormones that are dominant, then that will be best for my body. So that's why I'm fasting so much now, because I'm on day 5. Once I get to day 15, or even like day 11 or 12, no more fasting. I'm just going to eat a healthy diet. I'll carb cycle. And that week before my period, I'm not carb cycling. I may even eat at maintenance because my body just needs it. So, yeah, I'm just making sure I'm having nature's carbs. I'm having things like beets. I'm having my arugula. I'm having my white rice. White rice doesn't do anything to me, especially if I'm working out. I'm having my quinoa. I'm having my sweet potatoes. I'm having my potatoes. And I'm going to be obviously very active because that's just who I am. I'm a very active individual. So, yeah, that's another thing you can do. So there's like the weekly 36-hour fast. You can do that. And then the final 36-hour fasting schedule, which is not the least. Don't get it twisted. I did mention this earlier. One 36-hour fast can do you wonders. So fasting for 36 hours once a month, that is good enough. Trust me, it's good enough to help you break through a plateau. It's good enough to get your body into a point where it's used to utilizing the deep storage fat. It gets your body into a point where it's going to help with unstuck weight. It's going to get your body into a point where it's going to be boost. Now, fasting is supported by what you eat. So you got to make sure you're eating right. You can't go fast and then go eat junk food, go eat refined carbohydrates. Don't do that. You can have some refined carbohydrates if you sandwich it in a way that it's sandwiched with a bunch of fiber, or with some apple cider vinegar before you eat, or it's, sandwiched in a way with a lot of protein. Like, you can do it that way too. Um, because you want to be able to have balance. That is key. You want balance. You don't want to fast too much, and you don't want to eat too much. You just want balance. You want to have a schedule that works for you. So that's one way to do it. Do one 36-hour fast once per month. That will still do wonders. I'll tell you this, when it comes to weight loss and losing weight, it's all in the kitchen. It is all in the kitchen. And of course, it helps exercise too. I'm learning more about the exercise part of it, how to work out in a way that will take advantage of that metabolic switch. So making your body use fat as an energy source, make your body use fat as the dominant energy source when you're eating. Because when you're fasting, your body has no choice but to use only the energy source from ketones, which is the energy source of burning fatty acid. It has no choice because you're not eating. But when you are eating, you can make your body, because your body has like 4 different systems of burning or creating ATP. There's like 2 systems with, my brain's leaving me right now, with the, oh my god, anaerobic system. There's like 2 versions of that, and the aerobic system, which utilizes oxygen. So your body's going to be using these 4 systems of creating energy at some kind of, they're going to be using it all when you're eating. However, you can encourage your body through exercise by, and when I say through exercise, it's going to be exercises in the zone 1 to zone 2 range, things like interval training, knowing how to do interval training right. That's a program I'm starting this week, because my personal trainer right now is resetting my metabolism because I went a little too hard. I enjoy exercising, guys. She's resetting my metabolism so I'm able to get to the point where I can exercise like a crazy person again. But we're resetting things down. We're dialing back the cardio. We're dialing things back, and we're taking advantage of interval training. Interval training is probably one of the best ways to help your body utilize that system of producing energy, ATP, adenosine triphosphate, which is what the mitochondria produces, or it's produced in the cytoplasm, but I'm getting way too specific or scientific here. It's one of the ways our body produces it with fatty acids. So yeah, interval training. I don't think enough people do interval training. I know everyone talks about HIIT. Like everything's so popular with HIIT workouts. Everyone thinks it's about going hard, hard, hard. No, it's not about going hard all the time. Less is more. The lower the heart rate is in the like zone 1 to zone 2, the more your body is going to be comfortable enough to use that fatty acid system as the dominant system. That's why I said when it comes to weight loss, you just need to walk. Walk more. Start off with 10,000 steps because most people, I believe, in North America get in around 6,000 steps. I just did a walk with Bo. I got in what most people got within that hour. I walked for almost 5K. So I walked for almost 3 miles and I got in 5,600 steps just in that 1 hour walk. Walking is all you need. But obviously you want to build muscle because when you build muscle, it helps to make you more insulin sensitive. When you build muscle, it boosts up your BMR. It boosts up your metabolic rate. Like building muscle is just as important. Don't get me wrong. I'm a big fan of that. But going back to what I was saying, you can just lose weight with walking. If you're struggling with losing weight, increase your steps. Increase doing slow, steady state walking, just slow, like casual walking, like what I did with Bo today. Just walking, observing. I didn't even have my headphones in. I just kind of took in the nature, took in the clouds, and I was just in a state of calm because my cortisol levels have been up. I produce oxytocin. That's it. Because when you walk, because I just read it in the book, oxytocin's produced. And oxytocin is the counteracting hormone or chemical to cortisol. So walking is just as powerful. It's going to calm you down, which is key because when your cortisol level spikes, your insulin or your glucose level spikes, your insulin level spikes. You know, like people when they're stressed, they get that cortisol gut. Like walking is more than enough. I don't want people thinking that they need to like do all this high intensity stuff. Like it will work until your body hits a wall. You want to do this with ease. Losing weight should be easy. It should be relaxing. It should not be stressful. And that is what it's about. That's how we do it. We do it slow. We don't do it slow. Well, you do it slow, but sometimes it can be fast depending on what you're doing. But it should be a nice, steady state. It should be easy. It shouldn't be stressful at all. And I'm trying to, like, as I learn, like, the power of me right now, I realize this. um, I don't know how many personal trainers out there are people who are into personal training and stuff know about fasting. So with my knowledge of exercise as I learn and grow and evolve in that aspect of my life and combining with what I know with fasting based on my weight loss journey, I feel like I'm one in a dozen here because like Dr. Mindy Pelz just did a program because she's not a personal trainer, but she and Tony Horton, if anyone knows Tony Horton, he was in Beachbody. He did what was his P90X and all that. Him and Dr. Mindy Pelz did a program together combining fasting with exercise. So like someone like me who's learning about exercise, who will take all these courses to learn how to help people, you know, and achieve their fitness goals, I can combine those both. And I'm so excited to do this because I'm really passionate about this stuff. Like fasting is so unorthodox. Not a lot of people understand it. And I'm just so blessed that I stumbled upon fasting. I stumbled upon keto earlier on in my weight loss journey because without these two, I would be nowhere. Without learning how to make the metabolic switch, I wouldn't be here. And remember, it's just as important to learn how to switch in and out of these things. I'm a big proponent of eating carbs. Carbs are very important. Carbs help me recover from the gym. That's why I have high carb macros and low carb macros. There's a reason, and I'm going to like alternate that. So, with my current schedule. So right now, this next couple weeks, I'm fasting, but after that, I'm going to be focusing more on nutrition, which is, I think, is the key, which is for people to understand like nutrition is everything. Anyway, I got to go. I've got something to take care of. Thank you so much for joining me for this live stream. If you are here, I don't know what you do on Twitch. Do you hit the like button on Twitch? Everyone on YouTube, smash that like button. And I'll see you guys tomorrow for videos. I got tons of videos. If I do a live stream, it'll be a surprise like this. But I just went on a roll and I filmed a bunch of videos regarding the 36-hour fast. Now, the problem with my channel is because I upload frequently, people think I'm fasting or doing this like all the time because I upload a lot. In the next week, my content's going to change. It's going to be me talking about fiber. It's going to be me, showing my exercises. It's going to be different. But right now, I'm in a 36-hour fasting zone. But that's going to change. I don't fast forever. And I'm not one person to niche everything with my channel. Like, I'm not going to do a bunch of 1200 calorie or 1500 calorie OMAD videos forever just to grow, because I know that's unhealthy. You can't do that. You're going to mess up your hormones as a woman. You need to be able to cycle in and out of that. I'm going to do what's authentic to me and what's authentic to reality. And I'm not just going to feed something for an algorithm. If it means my channel grows slower, then so be it. I don't care. I just want to give out as accurate information as possible. I want people to be successful, because a lot of people out there just only care for clicks, just mind you, and growing. So anyway, that's why I upload daily. Another reason why I upload daily, because it gives me an opportunity to be able to create the content I want to create but still grow at the same time. And I'm not, like, you guys know, I'm not one trick pony. I have a lot of info out there. Anyway, send you mad love. I see you. Thank you for all the hearts. Oh, it's not working. My computer's freezing. Thank you for all the hearts, and I'll see you guys later. Take care. Bye.